One of the complaints I hear all the time when I'm working with people on their presentations is that their budgets don't stretch far enough to purchase stock images. It's a complaint I began to hear with much more frequency as the beyond bullet points ideology took hold. So people are well aware that they need to move beyond bullet points, and they know that graphics are the way to go, but they're expensive. Now, it is true that the price of stock images can be excessive for many situations, especially where you have a lot of slides or it's an internal presentation without a budget. But there are many sources of low cost and even free alternatives. Now, before you think I mean searching Google and using whatever you can find, hoping nobody notices poor quality thumbnail sized images stretched to fill your HD slides, I don't. In addition to the well-known paid-for services such as iStock Photo and Shutterstock, there's also a hidden gem in Google Drive. You may have heard of this referred to as Google Apps or Google Docs. It's an inbuilt feature called Stock Images. And a recent extension to the service means that there's now a collection of over 5,000 high-quality images available for you immediately. So here's how to use it. What I'm going to do is open an existing presentation that I have. I have one here called Innovation. So I'm going to open that. I already have some images placed, which you can see here on the thumbnails. But I have a title slide and all it has on it is the word innovation. And I would like to add an image to that to convey the meaning of my presentation. So here's how to do that. Go up to the Insert menu and select Image from the drop-down. That will open up this dialog box. Now, it's quite a large dialog box, and initially it is offering you the option to drag and drop an image from your desktop into this large area in the middle, and it will then upload that image and place it on your slide. But that's not what I'm looking to do at all. Right down the bottom on the left hand side there is a search option. So I'm going to click on there. And it brings me up a search box. Now, I could start typing in there, but if I do, it's actually going to search Google, which is what the drop down is indicating over here. And I have a couple of ways to change how it's going to search. I don't want it to just go and search Google. So the first thing I could do is use the drop down and choose stock. Or I could click stock images below and that would have the same effect. So if I turn that back to Google and click stock images, it does change it to stock images. And what I'm going to do is search for innovation. As I type an entry in there, the button becomes blue, which means it's ready to search. So I click on there and away it goes, and it searches its stock images collection. And there is a perfect image there for innovation. That would look great as the title page of my presentation. So again, I have two options. I can either double click that image and it will insert it on the currently selected slide, or I can click once to select it, which gives it this blue border, and that activates the select button. That also becomes blue and active at the bottom. And then I can just click that button to insert the image, which it will do. Now, it puts it the full width of the slide, and it also places it in the centre of the slide. Now, what I need to do with that is rescale it. Now, you can scale it up, you can scale it down. If you use the corner handles, it will do that proportionally. If you use the side handles, it will scale it in one direction only. You can also rotate using the handle at the top. So you can see as I'm doing that, it's changing the angle of the image. So again, I'm going to undo that. I just want this slightly smaller. It was a little bit too big. I do want it in proportion. And then what I'm going to do is move it down to the lower left corner. Not quite at the edge, just to cover up the title, which I could delete. But I want to see how that looks. And I think that is a much better and stronger title slide for my presentation. And that is how you use the stock images in Google Docs.